everyone. So today we are solving this problem, minimum cost for tickets. So let's read the problem. You have planned some train traveling 1 year in advance. For example, today is 31st December 2024. And let's say for 25, it's whole year is ahead of us. So the days of the year in which you will travel are given as the integer days. So each day is an integer from 1 to 365, right? So starting from Jan 1st till 31st December, they are given a number like 1 to Jan 1st. Similarly, they are given each and every day is given one index starting from 1. Remember, it's not 0. We are starting from 1 till 365. So for example, Jan 1st is 1 index. Jan 2 is index 2 and 31st December is index 365. So now what we have to do is train tickets are solved in 3 ways. So we can take either a 1 day pass at we are given one array, so cost 0. So see here we have a cost array like this. This is a cost array. So at 0th location, like $2 could be the price for 1 day pass, $7 is the price for 1 week pass, and for example 15 day, which is at the 3rd location, is the price for the 30 days pass. Okay, so we are given in that way. These are the 3 different ways to buy a pass. So the passes allow that many days of consecutive travels. Okay, so for example, if we get a 7-day pass on day 2, that means starting from day 2 till 8, right, we can continuously travel, right? So return the minimum number of dollars you need to travel every day in the given list of days. What does it mean is we are given a days list. For example, these are the indexes on which we want to travel. Okay, and these are the costs. So first one is as I told you, this is for the passes cost. So now see here, you guys can see that if we buy, for example, if we buy a 30 days pass, so it will cost 15 rupees, right? So on day 1 we can purchase one $15 pass for 30 days. That means we can travel all the days starting from 1 till next 30 days, right? Including 1. So all of these days are covering, but we want the minimum cost. So one answer is 15 rupees, $15, right? So in $15 we can travel to all these days, but we want better day. So what if I purchase 7 days pass on day 1? Okay, then till 8 I can travel, and then till 7 I can travel just in $2, $7, sorry. So you can say that we have to, in different combination could be there. We might need to purchase a 1 day pass or 7 day pass or 30 days pass. So using these passes, we have to purchase those passes in such a way that we are spending minimum number of dollars so that we can travel all these days. This is what we have to do. For example, these are the days 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 20, right? We want to travel on these days in next year. And these are the cost passes. So pass for 1 day is $2, pass for 1 week is $7, pass for 30 days is $15. Now we have to travel all these days. Then how to do? So one way is, anyway we can pass of 30 days, right? In 15 days, if I pass on day 1, I can travel till 1 plus 30, right? So I can travel all these days if I purchase for $15. Okay, so let's say 15 is we can have one answer, but we want the minimum one, right? So for example, if on day 1, if I purchase a pass of 1 week, then I can travel till here, right? Till 8 I can travel, right? Because 1 plus 7. Okay, 1 plus 7 minus 1. So till 7 I can travel, right? Including 1. So 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total till the 7 index we can travel if I purchase on day 1. So $7. In $7 I can reach till here, correct? Now I have other days too, right? 2 more, like 8 and 20 are still remaining, right? So what will happen to purchase 8 and 20? It doesn't make any sense if I purchase again of a weekday, right? Because only 2 days is the matter now. So if I purchase 1 day pass at this location and 1 day pass for 20th day, right, then it would be 2 plus 2, right, because 1 day pass is $2. So I can do it 7 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, so it would be 11, right? So 11 is better than 15, so we will not go with this. So we can find this 11 is the minimum cost. So this could be like, there could be different kind of cases, different examples. Sometimes we might get a best answer using the weekly pass, sometimes a monthly pass, or sometimes a day pass. So we have like all these three options, and we have to effectively use in such a way so that we are getting the minimum number of dollars in traveling to all these days. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Now let's understand how to do that. So as you guys can see here, these are the days array. So this days array is basically the index of the arrays, that days we have to travel. So the last guy is the greatest index of the day that we have to include. So that means if we are at 20th day, we're going to create a dynamic programming DP array basically of size, whatever size is the last guy, plus 1. Plus 1 is because we are starting the indexes of array start from 0. So we want to include plus 1, so that a better array which will be cover all the indexes would be created. So for example, in this case, what we're going to do is we will create a 21 size array starting from 0, 0, 1, 2 like that, and it will go up to 20, so that we would be covering all the values. Okay, so what we're going to do is basically we will create this array, so it will go like this till 20, right? That is why it is of size 21. Now what we're going to do with this array is, first of all, we will start from this array. Okay, so anyway, because we are starting from day 1, right, we are not supposed to start from day 0, because indexing is from starting from 1. So we will start here. So I equal to 1, we're gonna start. So this would be basically this, we can call it a dynamic programming DP array, which has like at I equal to 0, the value is 0 because we are not traveling at all. So that is why we are starting from day 1. Okay, now at day 1 we have all the possibility. We can either purchase a 1 day pass of cost $2, or week pass of $7, or $15 pass of entire, right? So what we can do here is like we are starting from I equal to 1. So we will check here. Let's say we are traversing from j equal to 0 in the array days. So j equal to 0. So what is j equal to 0? This value is 1. And yes, on the 1 we are traveling. First gen, you can imagine. So day 1 we are traveling. So we have now all these three options. So which one to purchase, we don't know, right? We can lead to best answer starting from any one of them. So no greed is working here. So at I equal to 1, we will check that at j, this is 0 and the value is 1. Okay. So what we're going to do is we have to use one dynamic formula. So if we're going to fill dp of I, okay. So if dp of I equal to, what we will do is dp of I minus 1, because anyway till I minus 1 it was just day before, right? So dp of I minus 1 plus cost of what? Cost of 0, because this guy is sitting at 0 and we want a daily pass. So that is one possibility, right? Or we might need to get a weekly pass. So what we will do in this case, we will use this dp of what would be the weekly away? It would be I minus 7, right? It would be I minus 7, because 7 days before we would have already the stored answer plus then 7 days cost. So this would be this cost of what? Cost of 1, right? This is at cost of 1. So cost of 1. One more we have, one more possibility, right? On day 1 itself we can purchase even also the 30 days pass. So one is this possibility when we are purchasing the this thing, and this possibility is just a minute, so this one is for the weekly pass, and we have one more possibility of 15 days. So this would be how it would be comma dp of I minus 30, right? Because till I minus 30 we would have already calculated. That is why we are going till dp of I minus 30 plus what would be the cost? So cost would be of this. So cost of 2. So it would be cost of 2, right? Now whoever is giving us the minimum value out of these three guys, either we are purchasing a daily pass in this box, or we are purchasing a weekly pass in this box, or we are purchasing a monthly pass in this box. So in this case, whoever is giving us minimum value, that should lead to our solution. Okay, but wait a minute. That was the case when our this guy, like this, let's say day of j was initially j was 0, right? When day of 0 is equal to I, so we started I equal to 1, right? And day of 0 is also 1, right? Day of 0 is also 1, so we are putting it directly here. Okay, but in the case, let's say this is 4. Okay, so at here what we would have put? We would have put the minimum value. So 2 is the minimum, right? Here, so we would have put 2 here, and then our I would become 2, right? And our j would be becoming in this case now 1. So at day of j, what it is? At day of 1 it is 4, right? So it is our 4. But see here, look at I is 2. That means day 3 we are not using, day 2 we are not using, correct? So cost would be same as it is, right? So it would be 2 only. This also would be 2 only. But when we are reaching at here, then will become the 4, right? This will become same as the this I, right? So at 4 this is also 4. So in that case what we gonna do is we have to use this formula again, and whoever is giving us, so if we look at here, when I equal to 4, we will check what would be the minimum here. Okay, so see here, dp of 4 minus 1 is 3, right? Which is 2 only. Okay, so this value is 2 plus cost of 0, which is 2. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. 4 is the one value. Now if we pick it weekly pass, then 4 minus 7, it would be go negative. That means we are going till 0, correct? Because we just cannot go to the negative values. So 4 minus 7, look at here, we are using this value, right? dp I minus 7. So 4 minus 7 would be minus 3. That means we are picking the very first value, 0th value. Okay, 0th plus 7. Okay, so at 0 it is 0, 0 plus 7 it is 4, right? So 7 and 4, so 4 is smaller because we are finding the smaller value. So 7 we will not pick. Similarly, now we will come at here, let's pick, so I minus 30. So this is 4 minus 30, so again we are gonna pick 0. So 0 plus 15. So anyway 4 is smaller, right? 15 is also greater, so we will pick only the 4 here. So we will put here 4, and same way we gonna do in this way, right? So at the end this would be, finally we would have up to here, we would be fill all these values in this way, right? And we would be returning this values. You remember, just what we have to do is, whatever is the greatest value in days, we have to create that plus one size array, like this dynamic programming array, dp array, and then we are starting for dp I equal to 0. Anyway we are putting 0, and then we are traversing from this guy. So whenever this, like this day of j, okay, whenever day of j is equal to I, then we will use this formula. If day of j is smaller, then we will use anyway the previous answer, just like day 2, day 3 we are not traveling. That means whatever cost we spent on day 1, that would be same at day 2 and day 3, because anyway we are not traveling. So that is why we were putting. So let me show you my corresponding code for this, so you guys can see here what I am doing. See here, initially I just getting the length of days, and this is the last value in the days, which is greatest value, because in question it is given that days is already in the increasing order sorted, right? See here, I am creating a dp of size last plus 1. Okay, then I am traversing. Okay, so see here, I am starting from I equal to 1. I was starting from I equal to 1 here only, because day 0 is nothing in the question. We have to start from 1. So see here, I am starting from I equal to 1 till equal to last, right? Then I am checking here, while day of j is greater than I, then I'm even putting dpi equal to dpi minus 1, because we are not increasing in that case. Just the same case we were handling when this was 4 and we were coming here as so at I equal to 2 or at I equal to 3 we were putting 2 and 2 only. So that is why I am doing here that till the time if day of j is greater than I, that means we are not traveling all days, all those skipped days. So our cost would be same like previous step. But if it is equal to I, just like we did here when we came at 4 and at this location it is 4, then we were doing this same thing. We were using this formula. So we are using minimum of cost 0 plus dp of I minus 1 when we are picking the daily pass, or we are picking the weekly pass, right? I minus 7. See here dp of I minus 7 plus cost 1. Okay. Or we are picking the monthly pass here. So that is why we are doing dp of I minus 30. Now you guys can see here why I am using this math.max 0 and I minus 7. I am using this because let's say I equal to 4. So 4 minus 7 would be minus 3. But our array start from 0, right? That is why we are using this max 1. So that we will get always a positive value. For that reason we are using this max only. Okay, so we are checking all the possibility. The daily pass or the weekly pass or the monthly pass. And we are fulfilling in DPI. So when we are doing this all thing, finally what we are doing is we are returning the last value in this dynamic array, and this last value would be having the minimum value. You can see here we are using minimum. Okay, so I am returning this dp last. So let me execute my code. I am executing this code and let me try to submit it. So I am submitting it. So yeah, it is almost 79.45% faster. So thank you for watching this video. If you guys have any concern, please make a comment over there.